Welcome to In the Bush. We're celebrating 30 episodes tonight. But it's going to be a short celebration. It's not much of a celebration at all, actually. We're just doing some work. And because I'm a night owl, I'm going to have to work at night. Obviously, I've been here already and done some work during the day. What we got here is the floor for my cabin. This is upside down. That is actually the underside. That's going to hold up the insulation, and then I'm going to flip it back down over those cement blocks and level it out. That's my plan for tonight. Then I have to get it covered because it's going to rain tomorrow. So, it's supposed to rain all day. So here's where we're at now. I just finished putting all the plywood on the back side of this. So, or the underside of this. Now what I need to do is stand it up like that and ease it back down on the side with the plywood. Alright, I got it propped up with a stick, as you can see, with a log. I've got to try to get up under it and push it until I get it upright. Then I need to try to balance it as it's upright and walk around to this side. If anything goes bad, I'm going to step away and let it fall. Oh yeah, this ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Okay. Alright, we're straight up and down. And yes! Yeah! That is, I can't say team, individual work. Yes! That deserves a celebratory step 2. Oh yeah, well deserved. So I'm going to get my cement blocks now and put them in the corners and try to level it out. This platform is key. Once this platform's done, it really doesn't matter what goes on top of it. The main thing is I'm going to have a level, strong, sturdy platform that's up off the ground, dry. It's still going to allow water to run through it, underneath it. The whole idea is it's going to keep the whole cabin off the ground, and it's going to keep everything from rotting out. Okay. So it's close to level, but it is not leveled. I ran out of shims. This is where I'm at. This is the highest corner, and I have to make all the other corners match it. So, but I'm done for the night. I'm going to take down my shelter. Going to cover this thing up with tarps because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And head back to the house. So everything's put away. Tarps are covering the cabin floor. Everything's done for now. We're good to go. I want to say this though. Don't think that these videos don't think that this is going to turn into a series all about building and staying in a little cabin. That is not the case at all. I just want to track my progress as I build the cabin. Alright, welcome to a special episode of In the Bush. Today I have with me, once again, Adrian from My Morel Maddness, and she's going to show me around the woods. It is October 11th, I believe, and we're going to be looking at, well, potentially a lot of different wild mushrooms. Maitake is probably a big one that we're going to be looking for. Right. And maybe, if we get lucky, some chicken. Oh, I love that chicken. That was so good.
Maybe some lion's mane.
That'd be awesome. Haven't had it. So it's great to learn about these things, and this is a crucial part to In the Bush, is learning about all the food that's growing around you. And Adrian is an excellent resource. She's a mushroom expert, wild edible mushroom expert, and she's got a lot of knowledge, and we're going to learn as much as we can. And also check out our YouTube channel. It's called My Morel Maddness.
Yeah. Okay, so this is false turkey tail. And sometimes people have a hard time finding out, but actually it's brown on the back, so you would know it's false. But if you don't know that, this coral mushroom gives it away. Coral mushroom always grows by false turkey tail. And isn't it pretty? It's like pink and it looks like bubble gum. It's soft. You think you'd eat it, but I don't think people eat it.
You don't eat it.
This is crown-tipped coral. And it is beautiful, and you can eat that. Yes, you can. But it's so skinny, and when you cook those really small things, they cook down to almost nothing. So it just becomes crispy bits, more or less.
Okay, maybe a salad topping, like bacon bits.
Yeah. This is the jelly fungus, and there's all different kinds. There's wood ear, it's brown. There's amber jelly roll, it's kind of red, and this one's just a little white clear one. And all of them are edible, and they're really good for soup.
Really? Do you like saute them first, or just put them in the soup and simmer them with the soup?
Because look at that. I mean, it's gonna cook down to nothing.
Right.
But it's so medicinal. So you want it in there. Teeny tiny.
And we hit the jackpot, ladies and gentlemen. We found chicken of the woods. Probably my second favorite mushroom of all time that I've ate in my life. Here's the issue, it's really high.
Really high. We aren't tall enough, our legs are not long enough. But we will find a way.
We're still gonna get it. In order to get this mushroom down, it's way up there, we're gonna fashion my knife on the end of a stick and try to saw it off doing that. So I don't have any cordage with me, so I'm just using some weeds that I can find on the ground here.
Weeds in a prayer.
Luckily, this knife has holes in the handle that I could feed this through. And this might take me a little bit, but yeah, that doesn't work. Maybe this Virginia creeper vine.
Yeah. Why didn't I think of that?
So, in the bush to find mushrooms, and we still ended up doing some bushcrafting today.
Well, we didn't actually come that prepared for that.
We did not come prepared at all. All I had was a knife and a bottle of water.
We didn't bring a big ladder.
No.
Or a rope ladder or any other kind of ladder.
Right. I tried hoisting Adrian up, but we still couldn't get her up to high enough to
it's just
get it.
It looks like it's right there, but it's a little higher than right there apparently.
But with a little determination and ingenuity, we shall prevail.
That is a beauty of a mushroom. I mean, you are going to be so fortunate to eat that one.
I'm so excited because I just did in my 2 videos ago, or my last video, I did a chicken of the woods cook in the woods. The video is called Chicken of the Woods in the Woods. Click above if you're on YouTube. I'll put a little tag to it. If you're on Rumble, the link will be in the description. I tied it using Virginia creeper vine.
So let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm going to cut it right at the base.
It's okay if it falls.
Oh man, it's hard as a rock.
Yeah, it's a pretty firm little thing down there at the base. Because it can't blow away, you know.
Yeah.
Try hitting it. You've already cut it a little bit. Just get a stick and hit it with it. And it'll come off. Yep, there it goes. Perfect. Beauty. He caught it perfectly, but I couldn't get all that. Okay, let's have a look at it. Turn it over. Let's see what the other side looks like. Beauty.
Beautiful.
Yay!
Chicken of the woods with my homemade spear. We speared us a chicken.
We did spear us a chicken with a bent old stick. I think this chicken has probably been here for a little while. It's kind of hard and it isn't very chicken meat looking. It looks kind of white, kind of pale in the middle. So I'm going to say it probably isn't good enough to eat. So I would just leave it to spore for next time. But it's acting like it's cincinnatus. It's pink. And chicken of the woods is bright orange and yellow, but this is pink and kind of white. So that's
kind of why I said something when it was on the tree. I was like, are you sure that's chicken?
Yeah.
Because of the color.
It just looks like maybe it's kind of old. Like maybe it's been here a little while and it just survived a while. I think these might be younger, but we're good. We'll just leave it for next time.
Can you explain then, you called it Cincinnati?
Cincinnatus.
Okay.
Cincinnatus is the same as chicken. Chicken is orange and yellow and on a tree. Cincinnatus is pink or peach and white underneath. And this is soaking wet, so you can't tell what color it really would be if it was dry. It probably is more orange and yellow, because when it was up there and we first saw it, we saw orange and yellow, or yellow at least. Mm-hmm. Now we see not as yellow, but it's really, really wet and really, really not. It should look exactly like chicken meat when you slice it, like raw chicken meat. And it does not.
Okay. It looks like cooked chicken meat now.
Right. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that looks like a cooked chicken breast.
Exactly. It should look raw, like raw chicken.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, that was a bust, unfortunately.
But it was a beauty, and we were excited. And I mean. Okay, so Cincinnatus is chicken of the woods. There's two kinds. Orange and yellow is chicken of the woods. Latoporus cincinnatus is the one that grows on the ground. Pink and white on the ground. It'll still be on wood probably. It's probably roots or something, but it's always on the ground whenever I find it, or on a stump on the very, very close to the ground. But this was on the tree. It has to be chicken. I've never seen cincinnatus up a tree before.
And this was on a cherry tree, which is odd, right?
Yeah, it also is on a cherry tree. I wasn't expecting that.
And normally we find it on an oak tree, correct?
Yes, or some elm or something.
Okay, well, there's some oak trees around here while we're down here, and there's some big ones. So we're going to hit those up, and yeah. All right, so here is the your stash that you've found. So this is the two different kinds
of chicken.
Now, explain to us which one's which.
Okay, this is orange on one side, yellow on the other. Sometimes it'll be bright yellow. That's chicken of the woods.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty yellow. That's
that
pretty
grows
bright.
On a tree or on a dead log. This looks like a beautiful chicken of the woods. Orange on top, white on bottom. Cincinnatus. Gotcha. This was in the ground. You can see it was in the ground.
Yeah.
Cincinnatus grows on the ground. But this one just happens to be very orange. But it's usually more like this color, like just very light.
Okay, I see where you're thinking that, like, you know what, that one we found, it was orange on both sides. It was not yellow on the bottom.
It wasn't yellow, but I think it was more like this.
It was more like that.
But it was all spored out because it had all the, like, hairs. And see, this is pretty smooth, and this one's pretty smooth for the most part.
Okay.
That one looked more hairy.
So it was an old...
I felt like it was like like maybe it was an older specimen or something weird. Even though it looked new from below, once we got it in our hand, it didn't look that new anymore. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so what do we have here? Some hen?
Oh, yeah. Let's pull that hen out.
Pull that big one out.
Okay,
That's
so I've been
awesome.
collecting hen all week. I gotta be careful with this. I shouldn't even have it in this bag, but I had to carry it somehow.
Sure. Look at that mushroom. The mushrooms are connected through the ground by the, what do they call it, mycelia?
Mycelium.
Yes.
This one was several.
I'm learning a lot from you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of medicine, too.
Yes.
A lot of medicine.
Very good for you.
Another one. Now, this is one that I've cut on before. See how it's all flat in the middle there? That's because I cut on it,
I got
and
you.
then I left it, which I've never done before, really.
Yeah.
I usually just cut it off.
Right.
And sure enough, it grew all this.
I see. So that is hen of the woods or maitake, right?
Yes.
that was a fun time, and I'd like to say thanks again for doing that and for coming out here and showing me. I did learn a little more today, so
Yeah.
each time we learn a little bit more. It's exciting. So I appreciate you being here.
Anytime.
Adrian's gonna take off,
Glad to do it.
and we'll see you next time in the bush.